Hello, gorgeous humans. Leonie Dawson refuses to be categorized in a car while she's driving because that's currently the only times when she can record these things. So, my loves, hello. I've been thinking to myself, I really need to start recording these things in the studio, with real equipment, and then you don't have to hear my car and me rambling. But here's the thing, it's just not going to happen for this current season in life. So it's either, as I always say, done is better than perfect. So I'm here and I'm driving because that's the only way I can make this thing happen, and that's okay. So, hi treasures, it is the second last day of this school term. We're just about to have 2 weeks of holidays. I've never been fanging for school holidays fucking more than I am currently. I just want... Oh, what's happening here? Oh no, there's a lot of bicycle riders. Oh, I see. Oh wow, they're going on an adventure. Good on you, darlings. Good on you. Good on you. I would like to say that this is I am not on the phone as I'm doing this. It gets stuck in my front pocket, and then I talk as I drive. Anyway, okay, so what am I doing? Yes, very, very keen for school holidays. Keen for school holidays. And I've been really missing homeschooling lately. I just miss kind of just hanging out with the kids a lot and being able to completely choose our own adventure, and also just making sure that what my kids are being taught and shown is in alignment with my values and ethics. And it's fucking tricky, right? There's huge blessings that come with them going to school in terms of, they enjoy it and they're learning really well, which is great. And it gives me and my husband more time to connect, and I can fit work in easier when they're at school. But there's always cons to a situation too, and the con is that I don't feel as connected with them as I do when I'm homeschooling, and we are kind of beholden to this certain routine and structure of school pickups and drop-offs, and I don't get to be able to craft my kids' environment as much as I wish I could. But yeah, right? It's life is this funny compromise, and at some point one weighs heavier than the other, and then you just have to keep making the right choice. I've got no idea what the future will hold, but that's just where I'm at currently. That's what I'm working with currently. I'm finding navigating being a school mum kind of a bit challenging at this point. So that's where I'm at with that. It's interesting too, I'm hearing, especially in the US, a lot of my mates and business associates are starting homeschooling just because of COVID, and the education system is failing so much and the political system's failing. So it feels like a real change in tides, and it's an interesting one to see, because we did homeschool for 3 years, and I will totally register them. They'll absolutely be the fondest memories I'll have of my life is the time that I've homeschooled. Now, what else? I have been embroiled in workbook world. Hey-oh. And I always think it's going to be the quickest, easiest process under the sun to make to revise them for the next year. And then I'm always completely stunned by the fact that it's hard work. And especially I always think that I can just do it on the side while continuing to do everything else that I normally do as well. And hot tip, I can't. So after having to try to do all the things, and the workbooks, I just told my assistant, can you please cancel my calls for 2 weeks and move them, because I need some actual time up my sleeve to just concentrate on this, on the creation front. I can't do all the things all at once, and that continues to fucking stun and surprise me. And of course my calendar is absolutely my own doing and my own creation, and like nobody else has made it that way. And I keep on reminding myself, Leonie, you are the boss here. Like, you actually get to craft the container of what helps you thrive in your business most. And it's always this kind of balancing, like, am I busy enough or am I too busy? And how do I need to scale this in a direction that helps me to be most productive and most feel like I'm on soul purpose and most feel like I'm thriving? So I'll let you know how these experiments continue to go. At the moment, I'm like doing heaps of podcast interviews for other people's podcasts, and they're getting kind of chunked into my calendar for 1 hour as 1 hour blocks. And so I'm going to trial for a couple of weeks, seeing if we can have some that are 30 minutes instead of doing 2 in the space of 1 hour, just so that I have more breathing room, because it would take me half the amount of time to do the same thing. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'll let you know. Yeah, workbooks. I love the creation part of it, but it's like creation is also like birth. At some point it's just hard work, and you're just like, shit, I don't know if I can do this, even though I know I can, because I've written books, so many books now, and this is the 11th edition of these books. So it's just kind of this path of perseverance and faith and commitment and carving out time for it and all that kind of stuff. I've been reading some really great books lately. I just read Fuck No by Sarah Knight, about all the ways to say no, which is great for an absolute people pleaser like me. I have also nearly finished reading the $1 Million One Person Business by Elaine somebody. I can't remember her last name. And that was a really great read, because I'm basically a $1 million one person business. At a point, I hired a bunch of staff. I had up to 25 staff at one point, and I hated it. I hated it with such passion. And where I've found my real sweet spot is having one part-time assistant as a contractor, and me just being able to create whatever the fuck I like whenever I fucking want to, and not having much on my schedule, and definitely not managing staff. So like anyone that with assistants, the ones that work best with me are people who don't require much interaction from me, who don't require much kind of pandering in any way, and who know that I'm just going to disappear for days, if not weeks, and they just sort of have to sort it out. And I've had some great assistants in the past, and I've got a really great assistant at the moment who just, it's great. She's like, cool, do whatever you need to do, Leonie, and let me know what you need for me to support you, and I'll just carry on with my to-do list. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I love that. That makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. So it's been nice to read this book and realize that there's a lot of people out there in the same boat as me in terms of building, really successful and profitable businesses without necessarily having a large team. And I will never, ever have a large team again. I don't even want a full-time assistant. I just want, I like keeping a part-time contractor assistant and just working part-time and scaling it as much as I can from there, and making sure that I'm doing maximum impact with the short amount of woman hours that we have on hand. So that was it was good to read that book and feel oh, I'm not an absolute anomaly in that. There are lots of other people that are making business models work for them in those really hyper-scaled kind of ways. And I dig it. It was a great book. What else did I read? I read a couple of graphic novels and I can't remember what they were off the top of my head. They were probably great though. Oh, I know one that was great. Making Comics by Linda Barry. And it's kind of like her class on making comics and her style. And she derides this, but like, it's kind of like naive style, but it's kind of phenomenal. This sort of looks like somebody's just like drawn in their school notebook, and then made this whole immersive world out of it, and it's stunning. But the actual content in the book is fucking phenomenal. So Making Comics by Linda Barry, I'm very into it. Muchos into it. Okay, so that's what I've been reading. Workbooks. What else? Oh, some of you asked about my back. Thank you for being so lovely. I'm actually recording this as I drive to an osteopath appointment. My back is continuing to improve, which is nice. It's as she warned me from the get-go, Leonie, this is a really serious injury. It would have been better if you fractured your leg or something, because it takes a long time to heal and it's finicky and you can't just chuck it in a cast. You have to maintain it through lifestyle. So it means that if I have to sit in specific kinds of positions and I can't lean or tilt to one side really, and I can't just stay in that position for a long time. So when it comes to creating, I can't just wild donkey it at the moment, because if I do, then the prolapse disc kind of flares up and I get sore in the back and find it difficult to walk. And weirdly, so the disc bulges out onto your nerves and pushes out in certain ways, so it means that my right leg kind of starts, it's called flop foot, but it stops kind of working at the same speed as the other, so you kind of have this funny swinging foot motion. But I am being really careful and cautious and conscientious with it, and it is improving. I'm no longer in pain all day long, which is just lovely. It's a magical thing. So I'm feeling good about that. What else? Honestly, this year just feels like a series of punches to the face. And I want to say this, I am ridiculously blessed in terms of, the blessings in our life and the amount of privilege I have in my life as well. And I still find myself having to leave really pissed off, upset voicemails to one of my best mates on a weekly basis going, and then fucking this happened and I can't fucking believe it. There's just a few things, nothing majorly serious I can point to and go, that. But I've just got stuff happening, family, kind of serious health stuff happening in my family, and it's big stuff. This whole year is just fucking big stuff, right? And it is for so many people. Again, we've gotten off fucking so easy in comparison to a lot of people. But 2020 is just a shit fight in lots of ways. Okay, so, I just saw somebody wearing the most glorious blue shoes and this magnificent kind of decoupage bag. It was just scrumptious. I love those little pieces of beauty. After my osteopath appointment, I've got another appointment after that, and I'm going to sneak to the little boutique bookstore that's right next to it and go and have a cup of chai, because they have chai and cake at this bookstore, and I get to look at the books while I eat chai and cake. So I've got pretty big priorities in my life, guys. You heard it here first. All right, my loves, I'm going to go get my back wrangled. I just wanted to send you all so much love with everything that's happening in the world and in your world and in all of the crazy bullshit that's happening. It's big stuff and it's intense. Oh, I should say as well, I'm just about to start a live round of 40 days to finish your book for people who have a book inside them that they want to write and share with the world. That's the course for you, and you will get it done in that time. And then I also teach you how to market the absolute fuck out of it too, because I know how to bookmark it like a motherfucker. I'm happy to share all that with you. So make sure you go to leoniedawson.com/book to get that. I've also got an affiliate program and an affiliate competition if you're into that kind of thing. What it means is if you share about my courses with somebody, anybody who signs up through you, you get 50% of the enrollment money. So you'd get like $50 or so for every person who signs up through you. And that's US, and that gets paid out every month. And then this month as well, just for hip hip hurrah's sake, I am giving away a gold iPad, hey-o, to the person who wants to share about my work the most and who tells the most amount of people about my courses. So make sure you go to leoniedawson.com/affiliates to be able to sign up for that free affiliate program and get some thank you monies from me. I'd love to share the abundance with you and maybe win a gold iPad, because that's fucking fun. I've never done that before, and I just thought it'd be hilarious fun. So those are the main things. Book course for those of you who want to write your fucking book and get it finished and out into the world and marketing brilliantly. And if you want to earn some extra cash, you can just share about my courses, and that'll be super fun. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for being in my world. I feel so grateful to know all of you. And let's continue to turn up and create our miracles in the world, even when it's hard and even when it's not easy. We've got this, and I've got your back. And I love you, and I'm cheering you on. Hip hip hooray!